The Special Service Division invites you soldiers, sailors, and Marines of the United Nations to drop in at Duffy's Tavern.
Hello, Duffy's. Where do you eat? Mate to eat. Archie, the manager, speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Hey, Duffy, you know what we got coming here tonight? Susan Hayward and Frank Buck. Huh? Well, Hayward knocks him dead and Buck brings him back alive. Huh? What does Susan Hayward look like? Well, Duffy, remember the first letter Mrs. Duffy wrote you? Yeah, before she hooked you. Remember it was a letter describing herself to you? Well, Susan actually looks like that. Frank Buck, well, he looks more like Mrs. Duffy. Hey, Duffy, if I got married, say to this Hayward dame, would you give me a raise? A raise? A raise! Would you lower my salary? Now you can hear me, huh? Look, I make $15 a week. Say with overtime, tips, and bonuses, it comes to $15 a quarter. How can I support a wife and family on that dough? Huh? Send one of the kids out to work. What kids? I ain't even held a hand yet. Oh, why argue with you? Good. Listen to this, Miss Duffy. A poem to nature by Anonymous, Archie. Oh, Mother Nature, how could anybody hate you?
What are you talking about?
Nature, Miss Duffy. You know, you ain't lived till you've slept out in the open with the earth for a pillow and a blue sky for a blanket.
Archie, have you been locked out of your room again?
Certainly not. I just happen to be a guy with red hemoglobins in his blood. A guy that likes to get away from civilization once in a while.
Why?
Because it brings out the real me in me. That's why. Besides, I read in this movie magazine that Susan Hayward goes for the back to nature type of guy, you know?
Well, and Susan Hayward's in for a big thrill tonight.
Oh, thanks.
When Frank Buck gets here. Now there, Archie, is a real outdoor man.
Oh, yeah? I bet you I've been out of as many doors as he has. Miss Duffy, you just watch that Hayward melt. One look at me and she'll sweep me right off her feet.
Oh, them movie stars. Archie, if you men only knew how much mascara them movie stars use, how much rouge, lipstick, eyeshadow, face powder, eyebrow pencil, vanishing cream, cold cream, night cream, day cream, chin cream, neck cream, perfume, and toilet water.
How do you know they use all that?
'Cause I use them too, and I'm a natural beauty. Archie, did you ever see a movie star when they got up in the morning?
No, but someday I hope to. And it so happens, Miss Duffy, that you're prejudiced. Them dames is just as beautiful in the morning as they are the rest of the day.
How would you know?
'Cause I read an article by a Beverly Hills milkman. Tell me about Hollywood stars.
Hello, Art.
Oh, hello, Finnegan.
Hey, Art, should Frank Buck get here yet?
No, but when he does, I think you better stay undercover. He might throw a net over you.
So I'm anxious to meet him, Art. You know, I'm starting a little zoo of my own in my backyard. So far, I got a cat, a dog, and a fox.
A fox, huh, Finnegan? What kind of a fox? Silver?
No, terrier.
Finnegan, Frank Buck is only interested in wild game, carnivorous animals. No, kind they show at carnivals. It's nothing to a guy like that to go into a jungle, walk up to a lion, look the lion in the eye, grab him by the legs, tickle him under the chin.
Oh, boy, that's fun.
Fun?
Yeah, especially if you do it to a dame.
Oh, Finnegan.
Hello there, Archie guy?
Well, Officer Clancy. Hey, Clancy, I seen you marching in the parade last week. You look mighty sharp.
Well, my feet felt mighty flat.
Well, why didn't you try to get mounted duty?
What? And ride a horse for 8 hours? No, Archie, no. This way I can at least go home and soak me feet.
I see what you mean, Clancy. Why don't you stick around? You know, Frank Buck is coming down here tonight.
Frank Buck, and who might he be?
The big game hunter, the guy that brings them animals back alive.
Brings them back where alive?
Here.
What for?
To look at them.
Who wants to look at them?
Who wants to look at them? Everybody.
Not me.
Well, he brings them back anyway.
Who asked him to?
Nobody asked him to.
Then if you ask me, he's the jerk to be doing it.
Look, Clancy. That is how he makes his living.
Bringing animals over here.
Yeah.
And what happens when he gets them over here?
People look at them.
Not me.
You mean to say that if you saw a hippopotamus, you wouldn't look at it?
And how would I know it was a hippopotamus?
Because there's a sign that says hippopotamus.
If I could spell a word like hippopotamus, I'd be out taking the sergeant's exam.
Clancy, you are nothing but a thick-headed dope.
You're thicker than I am, and that's saying a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
What else is no?
Well, not a thing. I think I'll be running along now. So long, Archie.
So long, Clancy. We will now hear that beautiful ballad, I Just Kissed Your Picture Goodnight, sung by Clark Dennis, our tenor, who's happy to sing for a $5.
I just kissed your picture goodnight, and now, dear, I'll turn down the light. Your picture 'neath my pillow works like a charm, it seems, for you steal through my pillow into my dreams. You know we're not really apart, for we're still in each other's heart. So till the dawn, my darling, I'm sure that I'll sleep tight, for I just kissed your picture goodnight. Your picture 'neath my pillow works like a charm, it seems, for you steal through my pillow into my dreams. You know we're not really apart, for we're still in each other's heart. So till the dawn, my darling, I'm sure that I'll sleep tight, for I just kissed your picture
Pardon me, is your name Archie?
No, I'm Finnegan, but I know who you are.
Oh.
Susan Hayward.
Finnegan, please. Got your tenses mixed. That's Frank Buck.
Oh,
Well, Mr. Buck, welcome to the interior of Darkest Duffy's. By the way, how do you like the joint?
Archie, I've never seen a nicer menagerie.
Well, I try to be a good manager. Mr. Buck, how's things in the big game? Pretty good?
Well, the orders keep coming in.
Orders? What do you mean orders?
Well, that's how I work, Archie. Zoos and circuses tell me what kind of animals they want, and I go out and bring them back.
You mean a guy writes you a letter and says, Dear Mr. Buck, please send 12 hyenas, assorted. 6 laughing and 6 crying. Mean something like that?
Well, it's something like that, Archie.
Pardon me, Mr. Buck.
Yeah?
How much would a tiger cost me?
What do you want with a tiger?
It's in our house. We got very big mice.
Well, Finnegan, a tiger would cost you about $2,000.
Oh, that sounds reasonable. What size tiger would I get for that?
Oh, a tiger about 10 feet long.
How high?
About 4 feet.
No good. Couldn't get in them little mouse holes.
Finnegan. Oh, Mr. Buck, have you met Miss Duffy?
Miss Duffy, I greet you with the words of the African Mambas tribe, Apamachum Manabuli.
Likewise, I'm sure. Mr. Buck, I'd like to ask you a question.
What?
Did you ever capture an animal known as a Persian-dyed muskrat?
A Persian-dyed muskrat? I never heard of it.
I knew it. That Vera Fogarty, trying to tell me her fur coat is genuine and mine ain't.
Well, what kind of a coat is yours?
South American wild plush.
Did you ever catch a wild plush, Mr. Buck?
Not yet.
Well, I know, of course he didn't. The man who sold me the coat said they're very hard to catch. You see, they got such short hairs, there's nothing to grab hold of, you know?
Them plushes is even harder to catch than a wild mohair.
Gee, Mr. Buck, you must have a thrill in life.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, don't be modest. You've locked jaws with death plenty of times, I bet. I bet you don't think no more of struggling with a lion or a tiger than I do with a fella. Mr. Buck, tell me, what was your most thrilling experience?
Well, there was a wild tapir that was tough.
A wild what?
A wild tapir. A beast I considered fairly harmless. I found him with a badly cut back. I tried to put some ointment on the bruise. But suddenly the tapir whirled, charged me, and buried his head in my stomach, knocked me flat on my back. I realized the danger and yelled for my native boy. Fortunately, he came running in the nick of time and beat the impurity beast off. Boy, that was a close call.
Imagine Vera Fogarty saying hers was a genuine Persian-dyed muskrat. What was you saying about the tapir, Mr. Buck?
Oh, Miss Duffy.
Yeah. Look who just came in. The tomato from Hollywood.
Finnegan, please. Tomato. In Hollywood, they are known as tomatoes. Mr. Buck, why don't you go over to the table and tell Miss Duffy the rest of that story about the paper?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Buck, you're very interesting. I'll never go to the zoo again without thinking of you.
Hey, look, Arch. Why did you brush off Mr. Buck?
Why did I brush him off? Finnegan, how many big game hunters do you think Miss Hayward wants to meet? Good evening, Miss Hayward.
Hello, Archie.
Miss Hayward, allow me to greet you in the words of the African Salami tribe. Appalachian okra gumbo.
Timbuktu.
You're welcome. Miss Hayward, may I say that Mother Nature has indeed been kind to you? That nose, them lips, that figure, oh, what am I talking about? You've been whistled at before.
Well, Archie, It's nice to hear about my nose and my lips, but... Oh, what am I talking about? You've been slapped in the face before.
Wait a minute, Miss Hayward. Don't get me wrong. Frankly, to me, a dame is a dame, you know. I'd just soon chuck the whole affair and go back to the jungle.
The jungle?
Oh, certainly. You see, I'm only here in the States pro temporarily. Recovering from the bite of a tsetse fly.
A tsetse fly? Well, doesn't that give you sleeping sickness?
Sleeping? Don't you think my eyes open no wider than this? However, it's all part of me life, you know. As a big game hunter. See this mark on my arm?
Mm-hmm. What's that from?
Kicked by a cobra. One of them African savages, you know.
Archie, a cobra is a snake.
You're right. You can't trust one of them. But that's the law of the jungle. Either perish or die. By the way, did I, Trader Archie, tell you the most thrilling experience I ever had?
No, but I'm sure you're going to.
Well, if you insist. Well, sir, anyways, I was trying to put some ointment on the back of a wild tapeworm.
Archie, don't you mean a taper?
That's the male. Anyways, the female, this tapeworm, leaps on me, you see. Before I know it, she's frothing at me with a mouthful of fangs. So quick, I grab her by the nostrils, which forces it to open her mouth. Then I feint with me left and let go with a right uppercut and knock all her teeth out. Boy, that was a close call.
And you were safe?
No, there was still danger of being gummed to death.
Archie, that is a very old joke.
This happened in 1922. Well, sir, to go on, I faces this tapeworm, and raising me free hand...
What's the other hand doing?
I forgot to tell you about the tiger. Anyways, there I am, being attacked by them man-eating ubangi, see? Their mouths is watering. They're just about to eat me. Eat me alive, you see. When all of a sudden,
Pardon me, Archie.
Mr. Buck, did you have to come in and spoil that dinner? Miss Hayward, this is Frank Buck.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Buck? Archie was just telling me about all of his experiences in the jungle.
Oh, yes? Archie, why don't you go to the jungle sometime?
I've been to a jungle.
What jungle?
Oh, a certain jungle.
Which one?
The Jingle Jangle jungle. And stop trying to make a sucker out of me, Mr. Buck, or Miss Hayward here is liable to realize that one of us is a phony. Right, Susan?
Oh, quiet, Archie. Mr. Buck, you must lead an exciting life. What was your most thrilling experience?
Well, there was that wild tapir, a beast I considered fairly harmless.
Okay, now, Finnegan, you all set?
All set, Archie.
Now, don't forget, crawl in on your hands and knees. I gotta convince this dame. Miss Hayward,
Yes, Archie?
there seems to be an opinion around here that I'm a phony. I wish to remove that doubt. It seems that Frank Buck has intimidated that I was never in Africa.
Well, were you?
Miss Hayward, the proof. See that creature there? The one with the war paint and the ring in his nose? Falling on his hands and knees there? Just brought him back from the jungles of Tallulah. Watch this. Here, Hambo. Miss Hayward, you are now looking at a genuine pig man.
You mean pygmy?
Nope, pig man. Half pig. Hambo, say hello to Miss Hayward.
Oink, oink.
Hambo, how does Miss Hayward look to you?
Oink, Jay.
Okay, Pigman, tell me this. Did you ever in your life see Frank Buck in the jungle?
Oink.
You ever see me there?
Yoink.
See, Miss Hayward, was I lying to you?
Wait a minute, Archie. What is this creature?
An African pig man, Mr. Buck. Half man, half pig.
I don't believe it.
What?
He's that man.
No? You don't, huh?
Archie, why don't you quit this African nonsense? You know you were never there.
Mr. Buck, do I look to you like a liar? I said, do I look like a liar? I'll prove it to you. Pigman, tell the white goddess to come in. The veiled white goddess, you know?
The white goddess?
The white goddess of the zombie tribe. I rescued her from the Swamis down there in the last safari, you know? Oh, here she is now, a goddess. This is Mr. Buck and Miss Hayward.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Goddess, tell me, friends here, about yourself.
At age of 3, my parents broke law of jungle. I was left orphan.
What jungle law did your parents break, Goddess?
They poisoned Cannibal.
How?
Cannibal ate them. So I was brought up by a couple of baboons.
And the goddess ain't kidding either.
Now, Archie, you shut your trap.
Why, Archie, she speaks like a city girl.
Well, yeah. She comes from one of the biggest cities in the jungle.
Yes, I am from Chicago.
There you are. Do you need any further proof?
Just a second, Goddess. What is the chant of your jungle?
Wait, it's a chant what I think it is?
Well, it's a song.
You're asking for trouble. Goddess, let him have it.
Languid and plain hands, hear the chant of the jungle.
Shortly after this, I left Africa.
Melody native, hear the chant of the jungle.
No wonder that Tarzan's always screaming.
For it sings of savage tune, tropic night and warble dawn.
I would never bring her back alive.
Free as a gypsy, while the chant of the jungle is calling to me.
Well, what do you say, Miss Hayward? Are you convinced?
Yes, Archie. I'm convinced that I finally met somebody I could really be interested in.
Well, now, Miss Hayward, Susan, that's wonderful. Shall we go out now and sort of make arrangements?
Oh, I didn't mean you, Archie.
Huh? You going out with Frank Buck?
No,
Then who?
Hambo.
Now, before we leave Duffy's Tavern, leave us put a couple of nickels in Duffy's jukebox. Duffy's jukebox, where the feet meet the beat. Well, the platter's spinning, the needle's in the groove, and here's the first number coming up. Duffy's Tavern was rebroadcast especially for you men and women in the armed forces of the United Nations by the Special Service Division of the War Department of the United States of America. The Special Service Division invites you soldiers, sailors, and Marines of the United Nations to drop in at Duffy's Tavern.
Duffy's where the elite meet to eat. Archie, the manager, speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Tonight, Tallulah Bankhead. Yeah, the dame that just won a Putzler Prize. Yeah. Yeah, and that plate is skinny of teeth. Oh, she ain't in it no more. She was fatigued. Fatigued. You know, pooped. Yeah. Tallulah Bankhead. T-A-L-L-U-triple-L-A. Yeah, Tallulah. She claims it's a real name, too. Well, anyways, I'm fixing up the joint for her. Yeah, I'm having the windows washed. Huh? Don't wash the windows. Why? Oh, if the customers inside sees how nice it is outside, they'll leave, huh? Huh? Oh, nothing new. Oh, yeah, we had a fire in the kitchen. Yeah, Moriarty gave the chef a hot foot and got a little out of hand. Yeah, the whole kitchen was on fire. How'd the chef come out? Medium rare. Okay, Duffy, I'll call you back.
Hey, Mr. Archer.
Yeah, Eddie.
Well, what looks different about you tonight?
I got a haircut, Eddie. How's it look?
What's the difference? You can't put it back anyhow. And you got a manicure, too.
Yeah, I want to make sure I don't scratch Tallulah when I shake hands with her. However, Eddie, leave her stop brandying tonsorialities. Did you learn that thing?
What thing?
That thing I wrote for you to say when Miss Bankhead walks in the door.
Oh. Miss Bankhead, I is deeply gratified at your magnanimous gesture performed in the presence of this infinitesimal establishment.
Okay, Eddie, and say it as if you meant it.
Yes, and as if I understood it.
Hey, Arch.
Oh, hello, Finnegan.
Arch, could you loan me the lend of a quarter?
Could I loan you the lend of a quarter? What kind of English is that? Finnegan, could you borrow me a quarter?
Could I borrow you? I'd like to, Arch, but I'm broke. That's why I asked you to let me loan the quarter. Look, I want to take a dame to a nightclub.
A nightclub with a quarter?
She's a big eater, and I'm a big tipper.
Oh, well, who's the dame, Finnegan?
Oh, beauty, Arch. A real pin-up girl.
Yeah, pin-up girl, huh?
Yeah, she puts up the pinch in a bowling alley.
Oh, well, she sounds rather charming, Finnegan. What's she like?
Her face is kind of ugly, and she's got a terrible shape, but she's got one great feature.
What's that?
No brains.
Well, Finnegan, you can't have everything.
Gee, Archie, when's Tallulah going to get here? I can hardly wait to see her. Do you think she'll wear an ermine wrap?
That's a dame for you. Miss Duffy, all you think about is clothes. Don't you admire Miss Bankhead's talent?
Don't I admire her talent? Didn't her acting make me cry? Gee, I'll never forget her. When she was in Skin of Our Teeth, gee, she tore my very heart out.
Yeah?
The way she stood there, talking to Frederick March, wearing red silk stockings and a red cape, 3/4 lined with white silk. What acting.
Good, huh?
Oh, wonderful. And then she finds out that he doesn't really love her, so she stands there in a pair of genuine alligator shoes with Cuban heels. And she says, ha ha And then in the scene where the house collapses, the poor girl can't stand it anymore. She faints on a mink coat that must have cost at least $5,000.
Yeah, she's terrific. I hope she's impressed when I read her that welcome poem I had specially written for her.
Who wrote it?
Only one of the greatest poets of our time.
Who?
Crackpot O'Toole, the convict.
Well, I'm sorry I won't be around to hear this welcome poem.
Why not?
Sir Fogarty and me's got a double date with 2 sailors on the SS Idaho.
The SS Idaho. Last time it was the Kansas, wasn't it?
Yeah. We get tired going out with the same boat all the time.
A date? A date with Miss Duffy? You're engaged to Breckenbridge.
So what? It don't mean that he owns me just 'cause I'm wearing his union button.
But don't he object to you running around with sailors?
No, Breck and I have a mutual agreement.
You have a, what's the mutual agreement?
It's a mutual arrangement.
Oh.
When I go out with a sailor, I take off the union button.
Well, what's mutual about that? You get all the breaks.
Certainly. Who do you think thought of the arrangement?
Well, tell me, Miss Duffy, is it retroactive? Can he go out with other dames?
Oh, of course not. That would be two-timing.
But you going out with sailors, ain't that two-timing?
No.
Why not?
Archie, everybody knows that with a sailor you can only go out once.
Eddie, got the table set for Miss Bankhead?
Right.
Okay, let's check it. Finger bowl?
Check.
Private knife and fork?
Check.
Wax bananas?
Check.
Paper napkins?
Check.
Toothpick?
Check.
Oyster fork?
That's the toothpick.
Check. Wait a minute, Eddie. The ferns.
What do you mean, fern?
The ferns, them long parsleys you put on the table. Well, we're going to get them. All the florists is closed.
Well, if you come with me, I know a place where we can borrow some fern.
Why do I have to come with you?
Well, somebody has to talk to the undertaker while I borrow them.
Okay, Eddie, I'll go with you. Hey, Miss Duffy.
Yeah?
Miss Duffy, if Tallulah arrives, be polite to her. She's a very close friend of mine.
A close friend.
You doubt me?
The closest you ever came to Tallulah was the last row in the balcony.
Oh, yeah? That, my drab beauty, remains to be seen when she gets here. Oh, Tito, while I'm gone, why don't you render the joint with a number, huh?
What shall I sing, Archie?
How about Mother McCree?
How about La Feria de las Flores?
How about When Irish Eyes Are Smiling?
How about La Feria de las Flores?
How about La Feria de las Flores?
Oh, swell.
That's what I like about you, Tito. You can sing anything. Come on, Eddie. See you later, Tito, Miss Duffy.
Me gusta cantarle al viento porque vuelan mis cantares y digo lo que yo siento por toditos los lugares. Aquí vine porque vine a la feria de las flores y no hay cerro que me empine ni cuaco que se me atore. Aquí vine porque vine a la feria de las flores. Ay, 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 ay. No hay cerro que se me empine, ni cuaco que se me atore. Porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. En mi caballo tordillo he venido de muy lejos y traigo pistola al cinto y con ella doy consejos. Atravesé las montañas a venir a ver las flores. Aquí hay una rosa huraña que es amor de mis amores. Atravesé la montaña a venir a ver las flores. Aquí hay una rosa huraña que es la flor.
Tito, you have never been in splendider voice.
Thank you very much, Senor Finnegan.
Believe me, For me, it's a great compliment because I ain't got no ear for music.
Thank you very much, Senor Finnegan.
I bet you it's because that Miss Bankhead is coming here tonight.
Finnegan, everybody ain't impressed with celebrities. After all, what's a celebrity? Believe me, there's lots of celebrities if they wasn't famous would be nobodies, let alone celebrities. And that goes for the well-known ones, too. For instance, take Tallulah Bankhead. I wouldn't even...
Good evening.
Good evening. Now, if this was Tallulah Bankhead, I wouldn't even... It is Tallulah Bankhead. Oh, Miss Bankhead, permit me to introduce me to Miss Miss Duffy. This is,
Just call me Joe.
Hello, Joe.
What do you know?
Gee, excuse me, Miss Bankhead. See, you got me so excited I thought for a second you were a celebrity. Gee, you look exactly the same off stage as you do in the flesh.
You want to know why?
Why?
This is the same flesh I use on the stage.
Oh, excuse me.
Certainly.
Hello? Hello, Vera. The sailors? Well, I'll be there in a few minutes. Well, as soon as I can, Vera. Well, Vera, if they were on a boat for 4 years, they can certainly wait 10 more minutes. Well, okay, then. Darn it.
What's the matter, Miss Duffy?
Well, Miss Bankhead, I don't know how to say this. You see, I got a date, and there are 2 sailors.
Okay, count me in.
Oh, you're joking. No, what I was saying was that I got this double date, and sailors hate to be kept waiting.
Dearie, it's the same way with the Marines. Well, now, don't you worry about me, Miss Duffy. You run along and keep your date.
But who'll mind the cash register?
I'll mind it.
Oh, Miss Bankhead, that's so sweet of you. And will Archie be surprised when he comes in and sees you all alone with a cash register? Well, I gotta go now.
Give my regards to the fleet.
Oh, thanks, I will. Bon voyage.
Thanks out of the way. What a dump. Isn't anyone going to answer that? Oh, very well. Hello? Who is this? Duffy? No, Archie isn't here. And no, neither's Miss Duffy. Who am I? Yes. No, not Katrinka Yarbots. No, not Emma Pfeiffer. Have I ever been to Coney Island? Why, yes. Am I tattooed where? No.
Wait a minute. Lady, is that call for me?
I think so.
Let me have the phone. Hello? Hello, Duffy. Huh? Who was you talking to? I don't know, just some dame that picked up the phone. Well, when you don't have a cover charge, anybody's apt to liable to come in. Huh? No, Tallulah didn't get here yet. Okay, Duffy.
I beg your pardon, but I'm...
Excuse me, lady, I'm busy. Hey, Miss Duffy! Miss Duffy! How do you like that? She walks out and leaves the joint all alone. Hey, lady.
Yes?
Did you see Miss Duffy?
Yes, she left you a few minutes ago.
And you've been here alone with the cash register?
Yes.
Just a minute. 10, 20, 30, 40, half a buck. Okay, it's all in. No hard feelings, lady. Hey, Eddie, hand me them ferns there.
Oh, those ferns are lovely.
Lady, please, look. Don't touch.
Well, I just thought I might...
What's the matter? You got nothing to do? Wait a minute. Here's a slug. Go play the jukebox. Hey, Eddie, hand me that new tablecloth.
My, what a beautiful tablecloth.
You like that, huh?
Hmm.
Got this tablecloth special for Tallulah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want her to wipe her hands on nothing but the best.
Why all this fuss about Tallulah?
Well, why not? She's only the greatest actress in the world.
Oh, come now. Such talk about Tallulah. There are other actresses who are just as good, if not better.
Yeah? Who? You see? Telling me.
You sound like you know Tallulah.
Tallulah and me has known each other since we was both in knee pants. But what am I doing wasting my time here with you? Eddie, what else we got to do? Is the place all cleaned up?
Mr. Archie, if I sweep this floor once more, we'll all be in the cellar.
Well, let's see if we forgot anything. Oh, yeah, the Crackpot O'Toole's welcome poem that I got to recite. Eddie, see if I got it memorized right.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Salute to Tallulah by C.P. O'Toole. Let's see now. H-E-L-L-O spells welcome. H-E-L-L-O spells... Something wrong with that line.
Yeah, it don't rhyme.
Oh. Well, that's it. O'Toole must have had an off day. Well, leave us go on. Every customer and every waiter welcomes T. Bankhead, the star of the legitimate theater.
The food.
The what?
The food.
Oh, yeah. The food is free to you, Tallulah, of course, so don't be bashful. Eat like a horse. What a poet, that crackpot.
What a crackpot, that poet.
Lady, no remarks from the gallery.
Oh, it's no reflection on you. I think you read it very beautifully. I think you're a born actor.
Yeah, I agree with you. Acting is in me blood, you know. Got the smell of the grease ball in me nostrils. You really liked it, huh?
Yes, I did. I liked it, but I do have one suggestion.
What?
Well, since it's a welcome poem, I think you should attack it with more verve and esprit.
With what?
Verve and esprit.
You mean louder?
Yes, and with more emotion.
Oh, would you mind reading this second stanza and showing me?
Not at all. Well, let me see it. Let me see now. Salute to Tallulah, stanza 2. We are happy to see you, Miss Bankhead, Tallulah. So we are all shouting a fond hallelujah. I would have seen your show, but the warden said no. Signed, Crackpot O'Toole, Sing Sing Cooler.
Hey, you know, you read that as good as I did. Was you ever on a stage?
Oh, on and off.
Oh, yeah? What was your stage name?
Sarah Bernhardt.
Mr. Archie, did Miss Bankhead get here yet?
No, Eddie, and I can't understand it. She's usually the soul of propinquity.
Well, the customers is getting sore.
Well, what am I going to do? Hey, wait a minute. Europa, I got an idea. Say, Bubbles.
Yes?
Listen, Bub. I was thinking, since you used to be an actress, maybe I could introduce you to the crowd and kind of make believe you were Tallulah.
Would it fool them?
Yeah, sure. There's just a lot of dopes around here. What do you say? To help a guy out, could you be Tallulah Bankhead?
I am Tallulah Bankhead.
What?
I am Tallulah Bankhead.
Atta girl, that's getting right in the spirit of it.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Well, Tallulah was going to recite. You ever done any reciting?
I've been known to.
Well, do you know anything with any, verve and esprit, you know? A sonnet, may perchance?
No, Archie, no. But I'd like to read a letter. A letter I can't get out of my mind.
Oh, who wrote it?
It was written by a captain in the Russian army to his wife. A captain who had been asked to cover the withdrawal of the wounded. Cover it until the last man, the last yard, the last breath. This was the letter. Dear Anchor, I know that when I'm dead, for you I will continue to live, and that nobody will edge me away from your careful heart. I know this wound will never heal. But if it happens that you meet a man fine enough for your grief, whom you will love a little, and if as a result of your love you have a new life, and it is a son, then let him bear my name. Let him be my continuation, though I am dead and your new friend is alive. This will not punish him, for not everybody must die. And if he cannot understand and would not like it, then leave him without sorrow or tears or longings, and let it be not his, but our son. And when a new Sevastopol is built, come here, and somewhere on Chezanis, somewhere near the sea, plant poppies. They grow very well here, and that will be my grave. It may be that you will make a mistake. Maybe it won't be me, but another who lies there. It doesn't matter. Someone else will think of her own and plant flowers above me. Nobody will be left out, for we shall lie close, and there will be no space to spare where we lie.
That was swell, Bubbles. You got me all weepy, and I ain't kidding. No, you did that as good as Tallulah.
Better.
Please, leave us not guilt to Lily. Just a second. Hello? Hello, Duffy. You heard that, huh? And you thought Tallulah was great, huh? Listen, Duffy, want to hear a secret? It wasn't Tallulah. It was a dame named Sarah Bernhardt. Huh? Sarah Bernhardt, what? She did. When? 19 years ago. Holy cat, I want... Hey, lady, come here a minute.
Now, before we leave Duffy's Tavern, leave us put a couple of nickels in Duffy's jukebox. Duffy's jukebox, where the feet meet the beat. Well, the platter's spinning, the needle's in the groove, and here's the first number coming up. Duffy's Tavern was rebroadcast especially for you men and women in the armed forces of the United Nations by the Special Service Division of the War Department of the United States of America.